Okay, Kyle. Now he's saying it was the dream Ember game. Like,
okay, it's a dream Ember game.
I mean, he's learning very quickly how to become a panelist because this is. I made this prediction. It was wrong. I knew all along this Ember was going to win the game. Like it was clearly the perfect Ember game. Like I actually knew that. I just didn't say that, even though I predicted Navi would win the game. Well,
Kyle, you have passed phase 3 of being an analyst
so Kyle,
and a
what I'm
panel
saying
member.
is you should probably explain a little bit further.
I'm trying to work on my Stephen A. Smith, right?
Right.
And you just say clearly, it was going to be an Ember victory. And that's all you go. And if you're wrong, you just pretend you were right. It's great.
I mean, the great thing is for you that, had we not mentioned that, the way that the VODs are cut up, no one would have seen the end of the last game. They'd only seen the start of this game. So you'd have been fine. Everyone that just watched this VOD, they'd be just like, that Kyle's a genius. He called that Ember. It's amazing.
I mean, to be fair, I stand by both points. It's a great Ember game until you're matched up against something you can't beat. And if you somehow manage to do that, because I guess you're just really good or something. I don't know. That's what makes Dota so interesting, right? Because if that's a paparazzi OD, that lane's not going the same way. Maybe we have a completely different conversation. Maybe by some miracle, Cap's even right about the game. But like, it's Dota, and we're beholden to what the players actually do with the heroes they're given.
Well, that I think is an influencing factor when you pick a hero is who you're going to be laning against. I think that is a considering factor. If you want to pick an Ember into an OD matchup, it's like, well, who's playing that OD and who's playing that Ember? If you have the best Ember player in the world against a decent but not top-tier OD player, you may think this is actually the pick.
And I would say the Ember Spirit, like, I would say it's a little bit more situational just because of the fact they already had the Bounty Hunter. If they don't get the Bounty Hunter this time around, right, it's a hero that really enables Bounty Hunter in so many ways because it is such a proficient killer.
Yeah, you could see there was one moment where Lil got tracked stomping. Ace dodged the Echo Stomp, but as soon as he was tracked, Midwin was like, oh, another guy. Boom. Finds him, kills him. It's like 2,000 gold for the team, and it's just so simple.
It's the worst thing playing a Bounty Hunter and having nobody who wants to kill heroes for you.
Yeah, I think that happened to Navi yesterday as well, didn't it? Where they had a game where... Was it Navi that were playing yesterday where they had a bounty that was no kills, just didn't get any kills whatsoever? Then he died, and then whilst he was dead, they got 2 kills.
That was a different team. That was, I think, X-Nova on LGD. I think it was LGD Mineski.
Oh, was it? Okay. All right. I vaguely remember it yesterday. A bounty was having a very frustrating game. So, what is in this man's mind right now?
Nobody
Penny
knows.
for your thoughts.
I don't even know if
That's the
Puffy
$1 million
knows just yet.
question, yeah. I like the very deep philosophical question they put up. What do the players do when they're dead? Find out at epiclive.gg.
Yeah. Yeah, you can head over there right now and open it in your second window. And you can find out.
Don't they still listen to us?
Well, they can, yeah.
I'm saying in the second stream with the players. I think our audio is still there, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Kyle, you're a genius.
So you don't need a second stream.
They pick Earthshaker for you.
No,
well,
no,
they
but
didn't
you do it during the
ban
game.
Rubik.
Because you want to watch it during the game,
They
right?
probably don't fear the Rubik in truth.
Because if you watch it during the game, you'll figure out what they're doing when they're dead. That's the whole point.
It's the spidey senses. I just got a feeling, you know? They're
It's a bit Yellow Brick Road, right, for me, because it's like it takes down the wall. Like I imagine what they're doing when they're
We're
dead.
trying to talk about the draft, Paul.
I know. I'm still talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I know you were alive when The Wizard of Oz came out, 80-something years ago, but please. I'm a big Judy Garland fan, too, one of the most talented artists of all time. Judy Garland?
Oh, never heard of her.
Okay.
Is she old or something? Or?
Is she a Dota 1 player?
I think Kuro played her, didn't he?
All right, anyway, so they just don't fear the Rubik. Earthshaker first picked, like the Navi bands, Breaker, Lesh, Bounty. You got to get rid of the Lesh and Bounty when you're playing against Secret because they're proficient on multiple players, and that hero's just super strong right now. They go Beastmaster, which is the 3rd game in a row for General's Beastmaster, but he has proven that it is a hero he plays, I'd say, about as well the bat. So I don't blame him.
If you can't get the Wiz, is Beastmaster Coddle strong enough to be a 1-2 opening?
I think so. I don't know if you want to do it against Secret, though, as the second pick. I think you might want to try and get that in the second phase. Bang.
So get LeBron's here instead. They still can go for the Coddle hero if they want.
Interesting, though, how different teams respond, because there are certain ones that would immediately go for Rubik, even if LeBron, as the 5, would play it. But he's just not that kind of player. He's more of the... seems like the CIS 5-player thing where even solo, though he does it quite well, they all don't really play these flashy 5s. You see Maposhka's like running around on Bane or AA pretty much every game. LeBron, I think, excels when he's on Bane, and they don't really have much of an impact, it feels like.
You're forgetting the classic CIS 5, the Disruptor.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Warlock.
His most plays is Earth Spirit as well, LeBron. So
Really?
he can do it. Yeah,
I,
it's his most played of all time. Is Earth Spirit.
That's not just with Navi. That's
No, it's beyond. Yeah, it's before when he was playing 4 as well.
Yes, he used to be more of a 4. So
I really like the Shadow Demon.
But he
It's
can
the
play him.
same concept as the OD in the previous game, where you have an immediate save. Of course, this one's coming from a support hero onto the Bane grip target or the Roar target.
Yeah, you open with two very like single target focused disables like that. It feels like you're begging for a save hero to come through. And what I like about Shadow Demon as well is that he combos well with Earthshaker, right? You actually set Earthshaker up so he can get a little bit of a walk in before he has his Blink Dagger.
You also obviously Illusions, Crush, Beast, and Bane. So Shadow Demon already kind of sets you up for a PL, a Luna, whatever you want really.
And
Terrorblade.
on the topic of save, I like it better from the support role than the core role most of the time.
Exactly.
Like normally you think, the Venge, Shadow Demon, the Oracles, you'd rather have that than, oh, we're going to pick this core because it's going to save. That's not the idea of picking a core to be a save hero. You're picking that hero to win you the game.
Yep. I agree.
A lot easier to play like a Shadow Demon when you're using Disruption defensively. There was a game where it was picked against Luna. It's like, oh, you got this Disruption versus Luna, but then you got to run in and disrupt a Luna. You're going to die. You're going to feed.
Yeah. It's already a really nice Terrorblade game. I think that's where I'd be looking at it if I'm Secret. You have a really nice draft opening here. Like, they win the opening and their first pick. It always feels really nice. ST theoretically could also be a core. I'm a big believer in that, but no one's really experimented with that just yet.
Offlane or 2?
I think both. I think it's
I'm
really
with you on
underrated as a
offlane.
mid hero because you get a couple poison stacks when somebody, his teammate shows up, you disrupt him, like that guy's just dead. There's nothing you can really do about it. And his talents are really nice, and you're very level dependent. You really want max disrupt and poison early with the mana pool and items to spam it.
Yeah, I just question whether or not you scale well enough to be a 2 position, which is why I'm kind of okay with 3. It's just a question of then how do you make the laning phase work for you?
I feel like the 2 has almost become the 3. It's more about lanes than anything else. I don't think you have 3 cores. It doesn't really matter where they are. That would be my argument. I think it's easier and it's a stronger hero to have in the mid lane than it is in the off lane. It's easier to combo with at least.
Yeah.
What's the ban? Abaddon, Ember Spirit, Secret taking out the Sand King. A lot of time being spent on these bans by both teams. I think it's just a per pick basis. They're not really rushing it. They're taking the full.
Do Navi do something straightforward like Clock SF? Oh, Clock's already banned. Never mind. So let's say Clock SF would sound like a Navi Game 3 thing to do. Put Denny on SF, give him a good easy start. But
you liked Jakiro against, what was it, OD because of the setup that happens. What about Elder Titan against the Shadow Demon in the same vein of thought?
It's not bad, but I'd rather than pick like an Earth Spirit here. Maybe even a Night Stalker. Yeah. I want them to have vision advantage, and I want them to give Lil the ability to make things happen and run around the map. I just think that's what he plays best.
ET is too reactive of a hero. Or the Doom 4 position.
It's okay with me. I wouldn't have gone for that personally. I think you're just asking for them to pick some crazy illusion hero. It's not a bad choice by any means, but we'll see.
Doesn't PL just look really good here with all this single target?
Yep. No, I think so. I think you can save that for the 4th pick, though. Take something solid here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a Furion, in truth. Neither one of these support heroes really deal with the treants early on, and you can just make it a core. Block for him twice, have Shaker just laying down there. Okay, CK again. All right. I mean, that's Illusion Hero. I didn't think they would pick it again, so I didn't bring it up. But, I mean, when you see Beastmaster, Bane, Doom, CK kind of just crushes all of those heroes.
It abuses poor Doom.
Yeah, it does.
He's like, I want slow damage. I want to get my regen from Scorched Earth, and I don't want direct physical damage. Well, in Chaos Knight, he gives you burst physical damage.
Add in
hate
minus
that.
armor for free, too.
Yeah.
and it's not like the kind of Doom that can get a Crimson Guard and a lot of farm when you're playing it in that 4 position role.
It is a very greedy hero 4 position.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Navi kind of need to address the illusion problem with at least one of these 2 picks. Get some kind of AoE wave clear.
They seem to struggle with that. I think that that's also been the story of this series so far, hasn't it? Where you just have this illusion hero sort of wreaking havoc. We saw the PL kind of go off. I mean, I don't know. The first game, I'm going to forget about that first game. The second game, I think, was just a game of Dota 2.
It wasn't really the CK. The CK was not the hero.
It was more like the draft concept, but I would agree. Like, he kind of just existed and used his spells, and it worked out.
So the Dandy crystallizes hero left.
You need some AoE. You need some wave clear.
Well, if we go on the fact that they want comfort, which those first 3 picks undoubtedly are, then where are we looking for crystallizing Dandy? We're looking at Shadow Fiend, DP maybe?
SF's real hard against Shadow Demon.
I think the same. Lena, perhaps. You've got a lot of range to play around. Some illusion clear.
Still want to see the puck?
I'd rather Alina here, and I know Navi prefer that hero. Gyrocopter.
Oh, I like that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Right.
That works for their
Gyro
draft.
for crystallize.
I like it because it can be mid and safe, and it's just always good here. And it's a much easier hero to build around than, say, Alina, because Alina is going to be Dendy's hero, and it's probably going to be mid, whereas Gyrocopter gives them a lot more freedom, and it allows them to last pick something that guarantees good matchups.
Yeah, like they see, like, okay, this is going to be a great Morphling game. We can pick that as our last hero. Otherwise, it's like, we may want to pick a mid hero, like the Lena, if they find out, like, these last 2 picks aren't going to cause too many problems for Alina.
I mean, if I'm Navi, I definitely want to crystallize on the Gyro, and I want to last pick Dendy's hero.
Yeah.
I love when Gyrocopter is playing against a carry that can't really jungle too easily and needs a little bit more time, right? You get like maybe 10 minutes in or something, maybe even 8 minutes in. Gyrocopter rotates up to that top lane. Beastmaster level 6, they put pressure on the Chaos Knight. He's probably going to be there just because of the fact that he doesn't really do a whole lot else. He needs to be able to have a strong laning phase, and he does struggle to recover if that's stopped.
I'm not sure what you go here if you're Secret. I think you want something low cooldown. It's hard to pick a hero like Underlord in this sort of game. I think it's really easy for him to get killed, but I want some wave clear from them, and I wouldn't mind some sort of counter initiation. I was thinking like Tide Hunter, but it's a rough game.
Well, you were saying long cooldown, but I was still thinking like Tide sounds okay for them, even with the long cooldown. Like having a team fight, having a way to fight into the Gyro Beastmaster.
You've got 2 defensive supports, right? You need something that combo breaks after the save, something that turns the tide, literally, and it could be the big watermelon.
Enigma.
They snag Lena, so they don't have to pick their offlaner. They're 2 picks in a row, so no need to save your mid for last. They're going to grab up Lena first.
I think Lena CK is one of my favorite combinations. Lena, SF, Sniper, CK, I love to see. They're really easy, cheap spells. They synergize with one another, and they're very low cooldown. So it's just Reality Rift into stun. There's always Alina there, just barreling him with some auto attacks, following up with his own stun. Really good synergy with Shaker and Shadow Demon. It's just activated by the entire draft, and it gives you that mix of magical and physical burst damage as well. Batrider banned by Navi. Wouldn't have mind seeing that picked up. Good ban.
You mentioned Navi. Ideally want to get the Dendy hero last. Versing Alina. What are those Dendy heroes?
It's tough. It's a tough game. I think Puck could be possible, but I'm always fearful picking Puck into Shaker. And I think that the heroes that TA would have been an option too. It's like the Lina counter. But whenever you're playing, you don't really feel confident playing heroes like Puck and Quap when you're playing against this many stuns. That's really what counters those heroes, is when you're in a position where, oh crap, you caught 1 stun and now you're just chained to death. They go for the watermelon.
Yep.
I mean, it gives them the team fight. You look at that the Secret lineup, it's just like, how do you actually win a fight? And as we've said many times on this panel, Dota kind of comes down to this 5-on-5 clash at some point, usually around the Roche pit. If you can't win an engagement there, how do you win the game?
It shifts your Doom disable, right?
Yeah.
It's like now you kind of feel like you have to Doom the Tidehunter, which is fantastic, but you really wanted to be able to put pressure on Lena or Chaos Knight before.
Puts them in a weird spot in their draft. I don't really know what hero for Navi really wins them the game. I think they'll just end up
Dusa?
Dusa's, I like Dusa a lot, actually. It's a good call. Tinker's not bad either.
Yeah, that's pretty good, too.
It's just, it can get abused in lane is my concern. It's a nice hero. It certainly gives them, like, a win condition, but they're susceptible to getting run over for sure.
Yeah, you could just have an Earthshaker LSA combination. He doesn't wrap around necessarily. Yep. Sometimes he could just fisher you straight through the lane. You're like, oh, crap.
Yep, and I think that whenever I look at a Tinker game, it's all about the towers. If you can kill 2 of Tinker's towers before he gets bots, it's a terrible Tinker game. That's really all it comes down to. God forbid they kill all 3. I don't think Navi has a shot. So I don't really want to make a prediction. I just want to say it's about the towers.
Okay.
This is about to say we were talking about
objective-based Dota from Carl.
Yeah.
What it always feels like with me with Tinkers is, even if you have an okay game, get a good boot to travel, it's the most unforgiving hero in Dota. Like, so many times it's picked up, it does really well, it's one-shotting some heroes here and there with the combo. You die once, boom, game over. It really just takes one Tinker death to completely ruin your draft.
It's funny you should raise that. Would you like some insider information to help you do your predictions?
Sure.
In 2018, when Dendy has played Tinker, Navi have always lost.
That's what I was feeling. Like, this is
it's
a hero that does quite poorly in competitive
How many games is that?
It's only 3, to be fair.
Okay.
But they have lost. It's 37. No, it's not. It's not quite that bad, guys. But it is. Don't know if that swings you or not. Which way?
It swings me.
It does swing me. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna go for Secret.
Okay. Kyle doesn't want to do a prediction.
Well,
he's with Navi.
If they're going Secret, I'm going Navi.
I love it. I love the way you forced him to take Navi. That was brilliant. Yeah. Well done, guys. That's awesome.
Tinker Beastmaster Gyro. CIS.
Fair enough. We've got 2 for Secret and 1 crazy guy for Navi. Turns out it might not be that crazy, though. They've got to win with Tinker at some point, haven't they? Let's find out as we head into game number 3.
I don't know if 3 games is enough to really determine, you know, a true record like that. Something I still feel like anything can happen, but no doubt Secret, they looked really good in that game number 2.
Yeah, it's just going to be tough. I think besides the Tinker, I mean, the draft, it already looks Secret favorite. I mean, they have, when I see a team that has like 4 stuns already, I just think the most amount of stuns usually wins the early game, and then you have Alina CK tied going into the late game, as well as the Yapzor ES. It just feels like Secret, once again, they have better player hero combinations, more stuns, more team fight, and I mean that's kind of the Chinese way to play, which I mean they've been doing okay this season, but you get the big team fight, you win the team fight, you win the game kind of thing.
I'll say this about not only this draft set we have here for both teams, as a little bit of action at the boundary rune early on. It looks like 3 runes going the way of Secret, by the way. But this event in general, I love where Dota's at right now. I don't know if you feel the same, but as far as the diversity, we are seeing so many different heroes, it seems like. From game to game. Again, usually we have some consistency with like the first couple of picks. It feels like it's been vastly different from game to game with these drafts. So I'm loving it.
Yeah, not only that, it's like Lina, you know, we get a last pick Lina, we've seen first pick Lina. Just the drafts in general feel a lot less stale than before because, you know, like Rubik Bounty Hunter's going to get first pick by Secret, but luckily they ban one of those out, and there you go, a whole new draft.
There we go, indeed. Speaking of that Shadow Demon, already started in the mid at least.
He's gone.
Now he's going to the top lane. Yeah, you have Doom nearby, so Shadow Demon not really interested. Bottom lane, Fata. He's getting a little low. It's a Tide Hunter with a Kraken shell. Something tells me he's, I don't know, actually. LeBron? Can they finish the job? No. Fairy Fire, and that'll guarantee the surviving there, but plenty of damage to Tide.
Yeah, they get him down. Obviously, he has the mangoes plus the tangos, so he does have that innate regen, plus he used the health potion, but still, that is, using all his regen that early in a Tidener, that's pretty good, and that's what a Bane does. Obviously, Brain Sap, one of the best level 1 spells for fighting.
Yeah, very, very effective support laning hero. Again, definitely a pretty obvious statement, I know, but again, more example as to why there. Yapzor, he's rotating to the middle lane on that Earthshaker. We'll see if Yapzor can make some kind of play. Only level 1 still, but of course has that fissure. Courier's being sent back right now. He's trying to be patient. They do have vision in the area already with the ward being placed down. Can he cut off the Tinker? Tinker at half life. Dendy, he knows something's up. In fact, Doom's even coming over now.
Oh, he got the health potion. First blood goes down. Fada does die again, but that was a super nice play by Yapzor. He actually waited for the health potion, and Yapzor did it like 0.5 seconds after it got popped, so Dendy's not going to be having a good time.
So we're watching that middle action, as you pointed out, though. Fata actually does go down. You know, the first death of the game for the first blood. Earlier, that harassment, the lack of regen, so perhaps that coming in. But, I mean, I know Bane's an annoying support and everything, but should Tide be dying at this early on?
I mean, he wants to pull the creep wave back, which he did end up doing. So giving first blood, I mean, that's always bad. It's never a good time to get. I mean, maybe you kill Chicken, then it's even. But he did pull the creep wave back more near his tower, so at least that's good. He will get experience. And, you know, early deaths still aren't the biggest thing.
General on that Beastmaster, he had a fantastic game number 2, even in the losing effort. So this game, the start's not nearly as effective. It is a 1 versus 2. Definitely a different lane matchup. You know, the previous game, it was, and even in the losing effort, like I said, he obviously had a very favorable lane there. So
they do get the counter ward there. You see Dendi actually picks it up. So, yeah, so going to have a little less trouble, but Fada, he'll be okay this time. But, man, he's level 3. That's the thing, right? He did give up that first blood, but now he has 2 in the Kraken Shell. So LeBron is doing about 5 damage a hit, and with those mangoes, doesn't feel too bad.
Poisons coming out on General. Already 4 stacks, by the way, Puppy. No mana to work with. Is going to be expending those poisons,
nice.
though. And he's second right now. General going for the turn. There's the expending of the poisons, and there's the kill. Ace even coming over with the Reality Rift to guarantee it. Bottom lane again, Fata. He's going to be delivered something in the process. I think it's his full wand, actually. Saw him purchase that. The homing missile connects to that rocket barrage in the face. That Kraken Shell not going to help enough in the end, perhaps. Popping the wand. Trying to stay alive.
No
LeBron
damage.
Dota. Hero block in. Puts on the Nightmare. Can get a couple of attacks off himself during that, but Crystallize is going to reset now to the rocket barrage. And I mean, I guess when you look at it from that perspective, it kind of makes sense how they're killing this Tidehunter.
Yeah, they are. And I love that. The positioning, they get the rocket hit him before he got off Anchor Smash, and then over there with the Nightmare, you saw him position, so just he was getting hit. A nice play right there. Good start. I mean, Navi, they're up 2-1 kills, but you already see the gold lead is going in Secret's favor, and that's because Puppy stole the top bounty runes. I love Puppy prioritized those bounty runes so much, and I think that's a very big thing. Even without the experience, that gold is a lot.
Roaming Doom being positioned 4 right here. He's got the Alpha Wolf currently devoured. LeBron Dota, by the way, able to get through that fissure and actually pick up a bounty rune in the process. So well played by him and manages to survive. What is your take on a Roaming Doom, though? How useful do you think it's going to be for Navi this game?
I think it's fine. I think Infernal Blade is... it used to be underrated like 6 months ago, but I think it does so much damage. And he already got the Wolf. You want to keep the Wolf almost the entire game. Like, if he gets 1 crit with the Infernal Blade, that's half of Lena's HP. If
Even
he
as a Roaming Doom, though?
Yeah,
like, not the net or anything like that? Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But that's a lot of mana, right? Like, all those neutral skills cost so much mana. Meanwhile, you get free damage with your right clicks as well as the chance to crit. And versus someone like Alina or even a Tide, it's so much damage.
And
look at that Puppy.
The aura itself affecting teammates if they're nearby, but yeah, Puppy sees him. And
that's a fourth of his HP with a level 1 Infernal Blade. It's really good.
Good damage coming out. So Shadow Demon going back to the top lane. Let's continue harassment on that Beastmaster. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Shadow Demon? Because personally, I liked Shadow Demon now for a little bit. He got fairly good buffs. I want to say it was like 4 or 5 patches ago now. But we never really saw the hero take off. We still had our fairly standard supports for a long time. But Shadow Demon seen here.
He doesn't really do much. Like you used to one in the previous patch, you wanted to get some. Oh wait, General might be in a little bit of trouble. I don't think with Ace coming over, it should be a kill.
Yeah, disruption, creating the illusions, and they're just blocking him in. General can't even freaking move right now. Nice. That's got to be so frustrating. The Reality Rift, and I think we saw that like 2 minutes ago. Pretty much the exact same thing.
I just think Shadow Demon, he's one of those, I used to love him playing when I played him, obviously not professional. He's one of the few 5 supports who can get solo kills. Once he gets level 6, you put someone under, you get that Demonic Purge plus 4 stacks. He's one of the few that, like, he could easily solo kill like a Gyro or something if no one else is around, which feels really nice. But besides that, he's defensive, but as God said, you have to get close to save people. And if you save someone, you're probably going to die yourself. So you don't see him as much because he's very sacrificial.
Well, also as an illusion creator, of course, and having that Chaos Knight, definitely a hero that you wouldn't mind even creating more illusions of. So that's take advantage of Tidehunter, running in, controlling the bounty runes once again. Hasn't died since that death that happened earlier on, but now finding himself jungling even. So Fata just trying to make the best of the situation. But yeah, middle lane, they're wrapping around Lil. He gets hit by the disruption, though. He was not expecting this. They could turn this now. The fissure will connect to LeBron. They secure the kill on him, so Lil actually will be fine. It's Bane that goes down, though.
Yep, and Scorched Earth is on cooldown, so they get the kill, and they use one of the few abilities that can secure him kills on Navi in this early game, and it's now on cooldown. The only thing, I think Navi really peaks at like 20 to 25 minutes. If Tide somehow has a bad Ravage, you can get 3 Gyro ultis off before his Ravage is like off cooldown again. I think you really have to prioritize just being aggressive. Like make Fada use a bad ultimate, and that's when puts you in a good spot. If Fada just somehow gets a perfect Ravage, I think they're in a lot of trouble.
They do have several counter-initiation tools, though. Yeah. Ravage is, of course, arguably one of the best in the game. Echo Slam's pretty good, too. Yep. Now, he needs a blink for that, a little more than the Tidehunter does, of course, but still, once the Yapsters gets that blink, and again, naturally, Tidehunter having that Ravage, so it is going to be interesting. Yes, managing the cooldown on the Ravage is nice, but if there's still an Echo Slam up, you still can't be over, aggressive either because of that. Look at that stack, though.
Yeah, the stacks, obviously, with the Gyro, but you have to be careful because Tide is down there, and Tide and Gyro, the two stack takers, as well as Lina. You might see Lina actually like rotate down bottom, and they get a kill, and then Lina and Fada can clear it out together. So that would be a super smart play.
That could be a move from Secret. Middle lane matchup, by the way. You got a 40-7 Lina, 35-9 Tinker. So Dendi seems like he's faring pretty decent right here.
He's not dying, and that's the biggest thing. Like they said, you just want to get those, as Kyle said, you just want to get the Boots of Trials before Tower drops, and he's going to probably get that Soul Ring, or does he already have it? He does, so Boots of Travel next, and I mean, he's having a pretty good game right now.
Gyro, Crystallize. I think we've had this conversation already this event. You've made the point, maybe you're not the biggest fan yourself, but as I was saying earlier, CIS, European Dota especially, we've been seeing this a lot as a priority build, going that Axe. Speaking of the Gyro, running down mid one here in the middle. I don't think, I mean, that's a call down coming out. If it's done in time, it's not going to hit. In time, at least. Now the Fissure counterplay. Yeah, they dove very deep for this. Great Fissure block from Yapcod. And now LeBron Dota's in a horrible spot. Can they at least get Gyrocopter out? Doesn't look like they're prioritizing the kill on him, in fact. And the Laguna Blade will say sayonara to the Bane as well. Great turn from Secret.
Oh, and there you see mid one. He drops all his items and uses the mango, and he gets 45% of his mana back after dropping the nulls, and you see why it's so good on those double null heroes. But man, Yapzor, he was level 2 at 8 minutes in, gets one Fissure block. He's now level 3, and he's in a good spot.
Dendi.
He has Ravage.
They just popped the Shrine. You mentioned he has Ravage. He's going to use it as Oh, that's awkward. Okay, Shadow Demon. He disrupts at the same time.
Still get him.
They're still probably going to get him at least. Doom even trying to rotate over now. Of course, they killed Bane as well during this. They are going to lose her Shaker. And that will be it in a 2-for-1 turn. So
our Puppey died as well on the backside.
Did he? Okay, they also got Shadow Demon. So yeah, it's still priority for Secret. Killing the Tinker right there as you're just getting out. He hasn't died yet up until then. They also see the stack. You mentioned this earlier.
Who's gonna get it? Flanking.
It's going to be close, actually. Who gets the last hits? Now with Earthshaker coming over, Crystallize has to be a little bit careful. He uses the call down for it, but now Doom's in trouble. Lil walking it off. No, the Dragon Slave actually missed right there. And he'll be fine. So I think Crystallize got most of it.
Yeah, that's pretty good for Navi. The Doom doesn't die, as you see, and the Gyro as well gets most of that stack. So not too bad. And that was the first Ravage. And it got him the kill on Tinker, but it was still a good ulti, but it wasn't like a great ulti.
Yeah, especially with the miscommunication right there with the disruption timing. So Tinker, he is back in the middle lane, continuing farm, but Chaos Knight, a hero we haven't mentioned too much so far this game at least, is top in the charts. Ace, of course, playing it here for Team Secret. And last game, we were making the point, he wasn't really the hardest carry. He went that Heaven's Halberd early on, understandably. I don't think we're going to see it this game, though, right?
No, more than likely not when Tinker's like, the game changer, game winner, and I mean, Heaven's Halberd doesn't really do anything to him.
Nope.
Could still work against Gyro, but I have a feeling we're going to see more of an S and Y.
Pipe is pretty good against that hero Tinker, though, I've heard. And Tidehunter, of course, naturally a hero. Yeah, I wasn't suggesting Chaos Knight for over that one.
You're good. I was like, I know what this guy's saying.
Tidehunter, though, yes, is naturally kind of a carrier for it. So that's another reason why Tidehunter does make sense, perhaps, in the draft.
Yep. As you see right there, there's a lot of stacks. Medium camps, big camps, and ancient camps. So Crystallize, if he gets those, I mean, he's going to boost himself pretty far ahead if he ends up taking those. He does have to leave bottom, and no one's bottom right now.
And
for
again,
either team.
Going that Axe on Gyrocopter will definitely incentivize much more earlier action. You could argue, like I also said, with the sieging especially, it is a great sieging tool with that hero. So maybe that's the idea, especially with Tinker, kind of that 4-1 strategy.
Look at this.
Yeah, no one at the bottom, as you mentioned. They're all at the top lane, it seems like. Ace, the call down, going to hit him a couple times, but it's Navi that's on retreat. Puppey is going to catch somebody. Puts a disruption out, caught General right there, throwing out some poisons, but Navi understandably keeping their distance.
Yeah, in Secret, they don't even have the Ravage up, but they're so scared right there. It looked like Yapstorm might have been able to hit like a 2-man stun, but I don't think they just didn't want to fight. Neither team, you don't know what's going to happen in a 5-on-5 team fight 11 minutes in. You rarely see it, and who knows who's going to come out on top. Dendi, though, maybe if Secret knew he had no HP or mana, they might have gone there, but you never know, right? He could just TP to the tower, and you're in a lot of trouble with those lasers.
Ravage did just come off cooldown as the fight was ending right there, by the way, but Puppey, see, whenever something like that happens, I mean, he was stacked. No, he wasn't stacking the Ancients because it's just hitting 12 minutes now. I'm not even sure. He died to neutral, so was that on it could have been on purpose. We don't know. The world may never know.
Yeah,
anyways.
It is what it is.
He's dead for 10 seconds. You got Beastmaster working on the Necronomicon. As I say that, Reality Rift pulling. Yapster there with the follow-up fissure. The tower's still dealing damage as well, and with that medallion up, that's going to be a kill in the end.
Nice
sharing
stun.
that wealth.
I like it. It was only a 1 second stun, but Yapsor still timed it nicely where the tower was hitting. Because if he didn't have that last tower hit, that guy, he was just going to live. So nice timing there. Drum almost for Lil. And he just gets the Satyr creep.
Yeah, the roaming Doom. As you mentioned, the drum's just about finished. So haven't seen the Doom itself come out just yet, as actually currently doesn't even have it leveled up. But
it's about to hit 6 once he gets it.
So yeah, not even level 6 yet. But what target does he prioritize, you think? Is there like an obvious
Probably
opening?
mid one. I mean, in the fight, it's either going to be mid one if you somehow just gank him, you're just going to use it immediately. If it's like somehow a 5-on-5 team fight, I think Earthshaker or Lina. Or possibly even that CK, just so he can't get anything off, especially if he goes the armlet build.
So literally
everyone but Shadow Demon or Tide, I think.
It's going to be one of those cases, yeah. The best case, with that, I'm sure he's going to try to go for a Shadow Blade or a Blink, one of the two, and whoever he can get on in the appropriate.
Yep. I think you want to use it in a gank, not a team fight, right? You just want to find someone, doom him up, try to burst him down, and you're good with that.
Yeah.
Boots of Travel. Tinker does have it at 13 minutes, and guess what? There are no towers down, so
yeah. It's going to get a little tougher to push those towers, naturally, with that march.
But there is a Yule's Lina, so, he finds a Tinker, throws him into the air. It's going to be a lot of trouble.
Probably dead as a result. Yeah, the Yule's showing it off right there. Also, level 2 Laguna Blade just about picked up as well. Just about to hit level 12, so going to head towards bottom lane and try to push out the lane, as we mentioned. Still no tower kill. That could change, though, pretty quickly. Gyrocopter, that Ags is coming up fast. He has 1,100 gold already saved up. Point booster purchased. So only needs that 3,000 in total to finish it.
Yeah, I'm just nervous, so I'm Navi, because you're letting CK get whatever he wants up here. He's level 10. Look at his HP. He has a ton of HP. The Lina, as well as farming. I don't know if Navi knows about all these stacks they made, but Lina has cleared a lot of stack camps. Like, she is pretty damn rich, and look at that. If they somehow get that with Tidehunter, you win a team fight, you get middle tower and the ancient stacks, you're in a pretty good spot.
Armlet finished on Ace. So again, last gaming with that Halberd. Like we were talking about, don't really expect that this game. Tide Hood of Defiance, though, that is a big purchase. Now, it's not going to be a pipe right away. He gets the hood for himself. He's going to go Blink next. I would expect probably the pipe after that, right?
Yeah, I think that's what you go for. Man, I don't know if you saw Beastmaster's boar, but that boar is thick. I have not seen that cosmetic before. That is a chunky boar.
I'll have to check it out the next time I see right here. Vata, they're going to mute him up with the Doom effect. He cannot wrap it as a result. Of course, they're going to sleep him. Gets taken off immediately. Nice. The rock barrage in the face. Support from Secret. The Fisher's thrown out, but that's a dead Tide.
Oh,
no,
almost.
Dendy finishes it with a rocket.
That's big. Yapsor almost got it with the Enchant Totem deny, but Dendy, and that's the best here you can get on, too. That was best case scenario for Navi. It's not a team fight. They get it in a gank, and they're in a good spot.
Helps when the hero walks right up to you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to happen often, but wrong place, wrong time kind of deal for Fata there.
Now I think Yapsor is awesome, man. That's crazy. He was level 2 like 4 minutes ago, and he got all those levels, but Doom's in trouble.
Yes, he is. He is going to be locked down completely, it seems like. Prime Aurora, though, in response, and now Lil doing as much as he can before he does officially go down. Meanwhile, Crystallize the Laguna Blade to the face with the Reality Rift pull, and he evaporates. Ace is managing to survive despite that March damage. They do lose Shadow Demon, but a 2-for-1 in favor of Secret in that fight. So we've been showing without the Ravage effect, they can still deal plenty if they catch up to them.
Exactly, and he has Ravage up, but he's just pushing in middle. They know he didn't need him for the team fight, and man, those Wild Axes plus Rockets, it almost killed 2 people. They just threw them out twice each, and it almost killed everyone, but almost is not good enough.
Okay, these ancient stacks on the Radiant side, it's like one of those things that's like great for Navi potentially. Is that going to stack again? No way.
Did he get it? Oh, barely. Nice try.
That had to be so close.
Dendy.
Point is, though, it's 16 minutes, like these massive stacks you were mentioning earlier, the potential for stealing is huge from Secret. So I would hope that Navi takes him out soon. And as I say that, yeah, the flat cannon coming out, they're at least going to take out the left side.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, if you somehow lose your stacks plus your tier 1 middle, I wouldn't say you lose the game, but you lose, I mean, you're getting close to it at that point. But luckily, Crystallize, he'll just clean this up, and then next time he has his abilities up, he'll just go and take the other stack.
Well, he should have the axe after this, or it's going to be very, very close at that point. So again, naturally going to be an item that will help him even farm more. That's good to see for Navi. You have the Blink being worked on by Tide. Lil, he's going to be going to Hanamitis. here on the Doom after the drums follow up.
All right. Secure the lake. I mean, what other item really works for him? He already has the drums. Like, you could get something like a blink so you have better initiation, but I think these are just going to be like 5-on-5 in-your-face fights, not this like big positioning thing, except for Tinker.
I made the comment earlier about a medallion coming out, but that's I saw the Reality Rift minus armor effect, thinking for some reason somebody had a medallion, but no, that wasn't the case there on Chaos Knight. Of course, with the armlet first, and he actually had the Shadow Blade queued up on him. So I don't know if that's something he is committing to or not, but how would you feel about a Shadow Blade?
They don't have the greatest initiation until Yapzor gets his Blink Dagger, so I think it's fine. Attack speed's always good on CK as well, so just being able to position and possibly get solo kills or just going 1+1 with something like Alina, you're going to be in a great spot. The tier 2 tower getting pressured.
Yeah, already. And again, I'm guessing the Axe, or it's okay, it's not finished yet. It's being delivered out to the gyrocopter. But again, once he has that that completed, even more sieging presence from Navi. Fata, speaking of sieging, he's going for the bottom tier 1, and that should be a successful kill, but you look back at the top tier 2 in favor of Navi as they are continuing to push it as a team right now. Again, Gyro, I don't think he actually got the Axe delivered to him, so I don't think he necessarily has it just yet. But anyways, Proper Roar in defense, using it on the Titan. There's a homing missile as well. Remember, he has that Ravager trying to prevent him from going off. Call down coming out. Fonte's like, I finally gets it off right as he gets doomed.
Damn.
But he does his job. Ace, Reality Rift pull, and they're going to finish off Lil Nat. Crystallize, doing a Rocket Barrage, jamming it in the face of Ace, has him to fall back. Mid one very low. Does not want to re-engage, it seems like. Tidehunter will survive the Doom effect.
Ooh, LeBron.
Tinker's going in as well. They do pick off Tidehunter. Denny's now here on top of that. Ace is low. The rocket's flying in. It's not going to hit Ace. It will hit Yapzor and Puppey, though. You see LeBron chasing another set of rockets coming out. Nice job at the disruption.
Nice.
Making sure to keep him alive, and Puppey will barely live himself. The fact that they only lose a Tidehunter does seem pretty crazy.
No, that's great. But even that's great for Navi, right? That was a 4-man Ravage, but they only got 1 kill, and the kill happened before the Ravage even happened. And that's a 1-for-1 trade, but they're going to get a tier 1. Oh, this would be a big kill, though.
Mid one. Oh, what a play. Crystallize hanging around a little bit too long. Obviously, they want revenge on the side of Navi, but he kills the creep that Tinker's going into, and so it stops. LeBron putting the Fiend's grip on Puppey. Puppey disrupting them after the fact. They're just going to nuke down Bane. And Secret definitely gets a last laugh of sorts right there.
Yeah, like that was like the perfect fight for Navi before that, and then they lose their Bane. They lose Crystallize, like their biggest hero that they can't afford to lose. And unfortunately, when it goes from a great fight, it goes down a little bit. But they do get the tier 2, so they have complete control of that upper jungle now if they get some wards down. They have the Beastmaster as well with the Hawk.
That's true. Great vision presence here from Navi's side, and you see that level 2 Necronomicon even being delivered to the Beastmaster.
Yeah, we didn't talk much either about, obviously, Tinker plus Beastmaster can set up some pretty easy ganks.
Yeah.
Especially the, TP onto a Hawk, TP onto a Boar, you're in a good spot.
They really are doing a lot of stacking right here, and Dendy's definitely feeling the farm as a result. You mentioned earlier, the bots picked up. Blink, of course, naturally next. He's at a spot now, though, where Tinker players, this is where it starts to vary a little bit, right, as far as the next item goes. Speaking of that, though, Yapzor taking that initiation from Tinker. So upfront damage, they are really going for this. Lil wants that kill. Homing missile, that should finish the job. Even so, okay, the rocket will actually finish the job after the fact. Puppey also going to end up falling. So Navi just going at Secret. And it seems like Secret, I mean, they're just trying to run. It's not working.
That's exactly what has to happen, right? The Tide Ravage is on cooldown that you've called down twice during that entire thing. They've won 2 team fights now. And now they're going to get a tier 1 out of it. Have about a 2K gold lead.
Yeah.
This is exactly how they have to play. I think they have one more call down before the next big team fight with Ravage. But mid one is still, even with all these towers going down, mid one is the most farmed on the map. Going to be the first one to 10,000 net worth. Like, you're scared. Lina CK in the late game with 2 big initiators in Echo Slam and Ravage.
They have a lot of auras to work with, too, on Navi's side. Not only the Inner Beast from Beastmaster, but of course you got Doom with the Alpha Wolf, which I'm guessing he still has. Yep. You have the Satyr that was controlled recently. They still have it from the Beastmaster as well. So a lot to work with, and they're going to easily get the Roshan as a result. This is going to be Aegis on Gyrocopter. This is big for Navi.
Yeah, they're playing this perfectly right now. And now you do have to be careful. So there is an Aegis, pardon me, and Tidehunter does have Ravage. So, I mean, this next fight, if somehow Navi just wins a big fight, they might lose really one though.
For Secret. That Centaur Stomp though will prevent Fata initially, but they are going to burst down Bane quickly after the fact. The call down, keeping Secret at bay though. from chasing further. So the Blink is actually going to be picked up by Chaos Knight, by the way. He does follow that up to his Echo Saber that he got after the arm lane.
Yep, now you can get in those back lines. Now you have someone who can actually get on top of that Tinker. You had the Lina with Shadow Blade, but once you show you have Shadow Blade on Lina, the Tinker's going to play a lot safer. But now you blink forward, your illusions come with you, obviously. Once you Reality Rift, you're in a good spot.
Meanwhile, speaking of that bottom stack, still hasn't been done yet. They were attempting it. They get a fair amount of them cleared up, but now Secret's made their way. Look at mid one, by the way. He's got that Shadow Blade active. It's going to be wearing off in a second, though, and he is not in the best position anymore.
Gets out.
He needs to get the hell on out of there as he does. So, yeah, they thought they had a chance. They tried to go for the steal, but they also, despite having an Echo Slam, a Ravage, you would think that team fight would be very strong for Secret, but it feels like it's that Courier. Whoa, that was close. Will he get on the way back? Yeah, he is going to get it, so the items got delivered at least. But Navi, they're the ones fighting strong. By the way, here the Doom effect going off on somebody. That was Tidehunter again. He was in phase, but the Sentry Ward spotted him. He's trying to get out of here. He's going to be muted up, though. Nothing he can do other than accept death at this point. Navi gets even more of a lead once again, and if they catch mid one, don't tell me they're going to catch mid one as well. They know he's over here. He has to TP quickly. He will get out. Navi making statements, though.
Yeah, they are. I like how, like you said, they have those big team fight abilities, but still, you don't want to fight into like just spamming marches and rockets, even lasers. Once he gets that Aghanim, he did go Aether. Okay, some people like Ags before Aether Lens, but I think it's most common to go Aether into Ags.
So going back to the point, though, yeah, is that really it? Is it the Tinker presence that's making Secret kind of scared to fight these team fights?
Yeah, because they can't find. Dendy's positioning has been perfect all game. Lina hasn't been able to just Yules and combo him. Even the CK can't blink find him. It's just been perfect positioning from Dendy.
Jaro making the use of that as well. Yeah, they're just running at them. That March, they can't fight into it. The Fiend's Grip locking down Lina. It's a full lockdown. It's not going to be stopped. The homing missile connects. She's there for 50 seconds. No buyback. Puppy goes down. Double kill coming up for Crystallize. And they're going to keep this push going. Fonta's in trouble once again. He has a Ravage, but will he even use it? Probably not. What will it do? Gyrocopter going to go. Let's see for the last second. And Crystallize will manage to survive. What a save right there. The Aegis was still up, but they keep the Aegis up. Dendy, however, went a little bit too far as he gets pulled in by that Reality Rift, and they at least finish off him. So some positive for Secret at the end of it, and maybe more. Yap got going in with the Echo Slam. We'll finish off for the Aegis kill, but at what cost for him? Now they're looking to turn. The Nightmare's taken off initially, and the Fissure will prevent them from going further. I still think overall Navi fairly happy with that exchange.
Oh yeah, because I mean all their lanes were pushed in that whole time, so they didn't lose anything. They got a tier 1 as well as 4 kills on 2 of the big heroes, Fada as well as Lina. And now look at Crystallize. He is just farming up. He has a Maelstrom, by the way, in his stash.
Ags Maelstrom.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm not saying bad or good. I think it's going to be good. I mean, if he's picking up, he's playing so good this game, he could just go, I mean, he could have gone second item Nullifier and I'd be fine with it.
Well, it's interesting the way he's playing, too, because obviously he's playing, it seems like, and it makes sense for a lot of this early aggression, right? Like, they have a comfy thing going right now at 24.5 minutes in. Get items that are going to naturally kind of help that as far as you're pushing, especially. Definitely Maelstrom helps clear those creep waves very quickly, of course, and the illusions for that matter of CK.
I was wrong in the beginning. This dooming of the Tide before he gets Ravage off has been perfect. I mean, he did get it off that last time, and they had Doom on him, but they've doomed him 3 times now with 3 Dooms, and it's paid off for him because obviously you can't crack and shell Doom off, thank God. But man, now this guy's getting tanky. Doom is 2k HP. He's just running around. No armor, though. That's the thing. This Lina, once Lina gets higher levels, she is going to be doing a ton of damage. And look she is still second in net worth along with CK.
True. Yeah, we cannot overlook that. That is a good point. As much as we're upselling Navi, and for good reason, it's Secret's still definitely in this game. It's only a 2,000 net worth lead. Again, they still have that counterplay initiation. We saw the Echo Slam to at least kill the Aegis last fight, but we've really yet to see it in a full fight take place, so there is that going for Secret as well. But definitely a lead early on right now for Navi.
And with that Aegis, they're still pretty confident. Like not just shoving in waves, not really pushing towers, but they know, Crystallize. He just lost the Aegis, pardon me, and. Well, I mean, what do you want to do? Commit a Ravage to kill Dendy Tinker, and then all of a sudden Gyro's just going to start running at you again. You have to save your Ravage now for a team fight. You can't just use it for solo kills anymore.
What is that coming out from Doom, by the way? Because at first I thought maybe a Vanguard into a Crimson Guard, but then I thought, well, what about a Aeon Disc?
And it could be that. I mean, he's just running in, right? He's like their frontliner right now. You look at all their heroes, right? Tinker and Gyro don't want a frontline, so Aeon Disc isn't terrible for him. Crimson Guard isn't either. I mean, either one.
This is a decent Crimson game, but I think it's going to be, there's a lot of burst potential with the Laguna Blade, of course, and I could see the Ana disc for sure.
And he just wants to run in Infernal Blade Lina. That's all he wants to do in this game. And then, right, CK, once he gets a heart, that Infernal Blade just does even more.
And look, Tide didn't even get that blink, by the way. Okay, he does go blink now, but again, he had the blink after the hood. Something tells me, though, because of what happened, of course, he just felt, I got to get the pipe.
God, I'm scared, right? Because as Lina and if you are Navi, right, the CK is now a top farm, and Lina's right up there. Like, you're not going to out DPS a Lina CK in the late game. Once you get some MKBs up versus that laser, they're just going to melt you apart. So I think Navi, they do need to start and continue to make plays, because if you do get to the super late game, I think Secret's just going to out-team fight you every time.
It is interesting that, and not saying that they were wrong by any means, but one thing that the panel was suggesting about Navi's draft, it was very single-target heavy, right? Now, things like the Maelstrom, hell, the Ags on the Terrorcopter help that idea where you're not a little bit less single target. Of course, the March spam from Tinker. It seems like they are kind of making up for that. As Puppey middle lane, that was a solo kill attempt from General. Is going to come up shy of Glimmer Cape. Pretty strong item. Keeps him alive. Crystallize actually dropping fast. There's that burst damage from Ace, but it's not enough fun damage. And now Ace in trouble himself. Crystallize may end up going down to the end. Does plenty in return, though. Ace getting low. General trying to finish him off. Ace is somehow still locked to the pipe. Finally finished off by the laser as the Ravage connects on Beastmaster to take him out. Vata tanky enough for now, but the rocket spam still happening. Dendi, he's still doing plenty of damage. Puppey, that Glimmer Cape again coming into play. Nice job with the disruption. Barely keeps himself alive. They do lose Zergshaker off to the right-hand side. Vata now manning up against the Bane as well as Lil. Ain't gonna work. He eventually is gonna fall right here, most likely. Anchor Smash keeping him alive a little bit longer as I say that, but the Nightmare comes out and I got it. Oh my god, he blinks away. Are you kidding me? He is still alive. Here, what a beefy target that he is. Dendi, I don't think he's killing him, especially with that pipe on him now.
Probably not. Dendi, one little mistake there by Dendi. He TP'd to a melee creep instead of a range creep, and it died to the creeps, or else that would have been a very easy kill. But that's a one fight from Navi. You lose your gyro, but now look at the net worth. That was an Aghanims picked up. That was the first showing of the Aghanims for the Tinker, and that laser just hits on 3 of them twice and just melts them down. And, well, CK, guess what? Even if you have that BKB, your illusions are still going to get lasered. And they're not going to feel very good.
That's a good point. Now thinking back to it, yeah, the illusions weren't even really there, and I'm guessing because they got killed off pretty quickly. Something else I really noticed about the last fight too was the Ravage was very late. I don't know if that was Fada, getting zoned out, or he just got there late, whatever the case. I would think he would wanted to be there sooner.
Yeah, I think obviously Chaos is going to favor Navi, because you just look at Secret's heroes, and it looks like Lina.
Too deep. Shrine up. You don't want to really commit.
You do see the Tinker TP onto the Beastmaster creeps there. Doesn't get it, but I mean, Secret, they have all these abilities that are very good when everyone's clumped up. When everyone's spread out like that, that's when Dendi shines. He's just going to be spamming his spells everywhere, and Secret's like, well, when do I Ravage? When do I Echo Slam? No one's together.
Yeah, did he even Echo Slam the last fight?
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know, yeah. The only time that I really remember seeing it was that bottom kill for the Aegis, like I said earlier, so... Glimmer Cape, by the way, again, against the Tinker, clearly a very powerful item, and we did see that despite in a losing fight effort of sorts for Secret, that it was good for Puppey there.
Yep, if they just get the, I think they saw it, that he pinged out the Book 3 during it. He was like the melee unit. Once the Book 3 gets on, that Glimmer Cape's just going to be useless, so.
True.
And as well, you might, I mean, honestly, Navi might think about getting a gem for this next Roche and just clearing out the entire map. You have the Beastmaster as well, just controlling the map. I'm still not. I mean, Secret, they just have the team fight. You see Navi constantly win this, but all it takes is one good Echo Slam, one good Ravage, and all of a sudden, Secret's taking a Roche.
Yeah, I think that it goes back to the ultimate point that this game is not really in control by either team necessarily. This isn't either team's game to lose. It could definitely swing either way. Really, that initiation going to be the biggest key. The Heart finish on Chaos Knight, obviously a very good item. 4,300 life now with that, but another mute on a Tidehunter. How does he keep finding these mutes on him, man? Might not kill him in the end.
Doesn't look like it. They will get a tier 2, but they have to back out immediately after, I think.
Okay, he is going to live, but as you said, now he has the Ravage. Obviously, they know that, and they are starting to back off. They get the tower kill, and that'll be it for Navi.
Still not terrible. I mean, all you really committed right there was the Doom, which isn't that bad. Obviously, you want it, but now you're just going to let Dendi push in waves, and you're just going to sit back a little bit and wait for that next Roche, which is up, actually.
Lil's on point, man.
Yeah, he is.
He is really making this a very frustrating game for Fata playing that Tidehunter. Yeah. And we do see it is going to be a Crimson Guard, actually. So, again, we were both curious, and Crimson Guard is a strong item against CK especially. So.
Man, I looked dumb earlier when I didn't say you should just be dooming the Tide, because it makes the most sense. I mean, I didn't need that to make me look dumb. I already do that plenty.
No, no. Come on, Grant.
No, I meant physically. I look dumb. Just kidding. But middle, here we go. That's going to be finally, that is the second tier 1. That is it. Secret has had a lot of trouble pushing, but possibly a Roche. They can't do it because that Centaur's there, and now look at this. Waves pushed in. Yeah, they can't do much.
You know,
oh my God, the damage to that tower.
Yeah,
look at it.
They
the siege
have
units.
to get back. Fata will.
And he missed one of them with the anchor smash. So
a little
gonna
more
be a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's going to get about a third of its life or so. It's good, good creep push there for Navi.
God, I love that. Yeah.
Anyways, Tinker
has
Shiva. Well, just about finished. Yeah, we'll see if we purchase it. Gonna buyback, of course, is important, but Shiva's is another fantastic item. And talking about the Crimson Guard, another great item against specifically the Chaos Net, of course. So they're definitely building for that idea too now.
And he went interesting. He went to 10 armor instead of the 8 March of the Machine damage on Tinker, so he's gonna have that Shiva as well. He's actually gonna be super tanky. He doesn't have the most HP, but that armor.
Oh,
he's gonna have about 30.
Fissure just throwing out General. Him and his army is not necessarily going to get caught. Obviously, Roshan is up, so both teams in the area. Another one wants to give it up for free, of course. Beastmaster, an item that we don't see often. He's working on the Vlads, and it was Liquid yesterday, right? They had massive auras, and they built literally everything, even the mech on top of that. So we see a very similar thing happening from Navi right here, not only from their heroes, but the items that they're building, actually.
That's one way. If Secret has the abilities to win the team fights, you get the items instead to try to counter them.
Yeah.
Let's see how quick. Can they take this quick enough?
They're going for it, Dendy. March coming out.
They're not trying too quickly. They go in now, but that Shadow Poison spam's so scary.
It's annoying. Puppy's getting lower on mana, though, so he can only do that so much. Pipe going to be used. Roshan.
I like how they're still not showing. They're still in smoke. But, they both are. Whoa, hello.
He's going to be exposed. He's got to go now, maybe. No, he's like, I don't really have the best initiation. He finally goes in with the Ravage. Still plenty of life on Roshan. They're going for the first down on Doom. Doom, can he get the mute? Oh, no, he muted himself, actually, it looks like. No, never mind. That's Crimson Guard. Look at that for a second. He finally gets it off on Alina on the backlines at the last second. Lil's still alive, actually. Ace in the backlines by himself, trying to put the stun out and run. That's not going to work, though. He goes on Yapster with the 3-man Echo Slam. Only gets the 1 kill, though. Not the most follow-up damage. Crystallize walking it off. You still see the life on Roshan mid 1. He's trying to finish the job as the Doom wears off. Will he be able to? It looks like it. He picks up the Aegis, picks up the cheese. Dendy coming to the last second, but he got there too late. He will get the Aegis to be used, however, and now they're looking to clean up onto mid 1 after the fact. The Nightmare goes up. He ain't getting out of this one, most likely. Mid 1 already at half-life. Earthshaker's coming in, but it's just going to be too damn late. Down goes Lina, and Navi wins the fight. No doubt. Yeah, that Doom, I thought it was like a Lotus Orb or something initially, but that was just the Crimson Guard effect.
And then instead he gets on Lina, which was a far better target. Obviously, he canceled it on the Tide after the Ravage, and what a perfect fight for now. I love how patient they were. Did you see? They were taking Roche with only their creeps, and they were inside the pit. Like, Puppy kept shadow poisoning it, but he couldn't see him because they were still smoked inside the pit. That was just perfect patience as well as positioning. And, man, Dendy, like Kyle said, you give him a hero that can do good in lane and just show off. And, I mean, Tinker is a very big show-off hero, and he's doing it.
He's doing that right here, trying to get plenty out of this one. The March spam coming out once again, Puppy. Even with that Glimmer Cape, he's dropping the Primal Roar. That's going to be a dieback on Lina instantly. Puppy's in trouble. He goes down. And Navi trying to commit the series for a 2-1 victory as they're going to clean up the mid-racks. Probably not going to go more than that, but that, well, at the same time, 85 seconds. Yeah, they should, and they are.
Yep, they know. And Tinker, obviously, you have one of those heroes that, hey, I have no mana HP. Guess what? I can just go get in and come right back, and they're going to get at least 2 full sets of racks. They can't get more, obviously, tier 2 standing bottom, but, God, that Roche fight. When you're against all the stun, you're against Echo Slam, Ravage, as well as, like, Light Strike Array and all that, but instead, look at that. You win the team fight.
Lina, still 1 more minute before she's back up. They're going to get the bottom tier 2 now.
They might just push.
I was going to say, with all the R's and everything, the Inner Beast from Jet, they're probably just going to keep going. And
you can't
without
stop them.
Lina, exactly, the Ravage is still on cooldown. Echo Slam is still on cooldown. Those probably are coming up soon. Okay, there's the Echo Slam. Tidehunter's Ravage got to be here any second. And in fact, there you go. So they all have it now, but they still do not have Lina for another 30 seconds.
And Satanic now up as
there's
well.
The Doom. I know for sure that's a Doom on Tidehunter right there. Puppy, Glimmer, Cave is doing what he can. It's not much, though. Oh, okay, he might actually survive for no blame. Fire burns. It hurts. He gets back, but meanwhile, plenty of damage back at the tower. In fact, Lil Crimson Guard, Bob Ace has to fall back. The laser's coming out as well. Fiend's Grip lockdown the whole time. Finally, the Fisher comes out, but Dendy follows up with another laser span. The Ravage will be used by Fata. Very defensive Ravage, though. Again, very little damage follow-up from it. Meanwhile, off to the left-hand side, Beastmaster nicely with the last second keeps him alive, just barely. General's going to survive for now. Shadow Demon trying to finish the job. Laguna Blade committed just to make sure to get that kill, as mid one, of course, is back up. LeBron Dota now maybe ran out. Probably going to be killed off, and yes, he will. So Navi will lose a couple, but they get they only have one melee Rax now standing between them and Mega Creeps at this point.
That was such a slick play by General, because General did die to the Laguna Blade, but his wild axes actually finished off Yapzor, who died back technically. That was a nice play by General while going down. And look at that. They are 1 Rax away from Mega Creeps. Oh, he's not going to finish down here. Not going to finish up. That regen's crystallized. I don't know if you read 2-3 patches ago, but shrines do regen, so that damage, I mean, wasted like 10 seconds there. But there's the gem. They get a little later than I thought. But 16K lead. Navi is in complete control. I believe you just wait for Bane and Beastmaster to come out, and you just go again, right? You know they don't have Ravage for about 80 seconds or so, and you just go back in.
Clearly, it goes back to with the way they've itemized and everything. They are very confident fighting, even when Ravage is up. I mean, Lil will just mute him anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right?
It's been such good play by, I want to say like individual people, but by all 5 of them. LeBron as well, saving that Beastmaster there so he could kill Yapzor. It's just been a full team effort there. Obviously, Dendy, I mean, on Tinker, he's just styling on him.
He
really
is
just
okay,
styling,
I guess,
And I mean, this CK doesn't do anything, right? You saw him, he ultied in Fog, and then Reality Rifted in, lasered immediately, no one was doing damage. None of his illusions were doing damage, it's just welcome to Aghanim's Tinker.
That's the thing. Lil, he is actually going the Aeon disc, funny enough.
Yep, right after Crimson. Yeah, I mean, it was a good choice. He's just running in, right? He just wants to get an Infernal Blade off on Chaos Knight now. With that heart armlet, you get an Infernal Blade off, that's doing like 300 a tick.
Yeah, that's plenty of damage to help try to get him down in these fights, which clearly he's already having difficulties with. Go back to the laser spam once again. Also, level 25's got to be coming up soon for multiple heroes, including Gyro and the Tinker. Something else to look forward to if you're Navi, at least.
Yep, general level. They're all level 23 on the cores. Damn, and yep, here they go. They're just going in. They know there's no Ravage. All you have to be worried about, don't let Yapzor hit you with a 4 to 5 man Echo. That's it. That's your one rule right here.
Lil, Invis currently. That Wombo combo of Secret, really the only thing that can win in this game at this point. Get him alive. Yeah, after he goes in early, only really the one target, though. They're trying to burst out the tower. Coffin, Laguna Blade, everything. It comes in for the kill, and he's dead for 90 seconds, actually. Denny's also in trouble. He's being locked down somewhat, trying to survive, run away. Pops the shields at the last second, but he goes down too. The Fiend's Grip, by the way, that was an illusion that whole time.
Well.
And Secret's pushing them out now. There you go. Tinker's dead, no buyback. Gyro's dead, no buyback. And Navi did overstep of sorts. Maybe not the biggest Echo Slam in terms of multiple heroes, but they wanted the kill on Gyro, and they got it.
He solo Echo Slammed the Gyrocopter, and it just worked out. They got the Laguna off as well, and Fiend's Grip actually went on to an illusion of CK, and, well, that one Rax is standing, and it just felt like right when Beastmaster spawned, they didn't even push bottom. They waited a little bit, and they gave him time to get his Ravage back off cooldown, and perfectly timed by Secret.
We knew it. That's the ammunition that they do have. Again, the Wombo Cup, as I call it, the big team fight. That's once those cooldowns are ready, you still have to respect it.
Yep. You're still, I mean, obviously Secret still is losing this. They're down 5 Raxes, but mid one, he got 3 of those 4 kills. He is going to be very rich. But where do you go? They're just pushing in middle. Try to get that tier 2 down, it looks like.
So for Navi, though, the biggest thing, to me at least, feels like don't panic now, right? You just push bottom right there trying to claim the Mega Creeps. Don't get to this mindset now, oh crap, we just lost 4 heroes, we lost that fight, they're coming back. Let's try it again real quickly, and then, fail again as a result, right? Or should they maybe, because the ultimates are down? But
I think you do just go for it, right? If somehow the Gyro got off his BKB before that Echo Slam came out, they just win the fight immediately.
Okay.
They literally win the game right there, but because Yapzor, he's like, they're not going to expect it. Boom, goes in, and now, well, CK has the MKB, so that laser not quite as effective anymore.
Yeah. Tide, he's working on a refresher. Still a bit off of it. 2,800 gold saved up, so yeah, definitely still a chunk of gold needed. But if he can manage that, of course, that's going to be a very big item. But it looks like you're right here, Grant. Navi just resetting.
I mean, they lose the super late game, right? If they lose one more team fight, you now have a 6-slotted Lina and CK, and you pretty much just lose the game.
So maybe
if
you
lose
are panicked a little bit.
I think you're panicked in a way where you're on a timer yourself. Like, you're somehow up 5 Raxes, but you're like, oh, mid one with the fiery soul talent. Uh-oh. Well, this could go downhill. They could also wait for next Roche.
Well, they're kind of clearing out their counter warding. Roshan, we're going to find out very shortly here how long it's going to be. So they're at least going to kill a shrine in the process. There is still that top shrine up.
Didn't finish it.
If this is a if this is a very fast Roshan, you know, that's where of course Navi. But if this is like a 2.5 minute Roshan, then
we might be waiting a little bit.
Yeah, this could definitely be a longer game, and that's where Secret could definitely find their opening as well. So everything's up, by the way, as far as cooldowns are concerned. You have Ravage, you have Echo Slam, of course, so those are the big ones. Roshan, it's going to be a fast one. That timer's ticking quickly.
It is. It looks like about 20 seconds, if that. And, well, Fada has ulti up. So does Earthshaker. This could be another big fight. We'll see if Secret gets baited in again by that nice smoke play by Navi, or if they play a little bit more aggressively.
Well, so if you are Navi here, do you just go right for Roshan? But, again, that means you're clumped up. You are dealing with an Echo Ravage. It is scary.
You need vision on either on pretty much any hero. If you have vision on any of these heroes with a Hawk plus that gem, well, they're just going to go in. They do have vision. They saw the vision bottom. They see middle, right? You see that Lina is top. Yeah, this is a free Roche because Lina's top.
You're right.
That's good. As long as you had vision on at least one hero, you're fine doing this.
Okay.
And they had vision on two.
Wait, this is a Refresher, right? Yeah, this is Refresher. Who do they give that to?
Could be Beastmaster, Double Roar, or you could just have Gyrocopter. No.
Not Tinker.
Doom.
Doom picks it up for his Doom.
That's smart. Obviously, I don't know why we were discussing that. Double Doom is just too good with the Andisk as well. So, are they just gonna push in, or are they gonna go for a pickoff somewhere? That's the real question. Because Doom is super under-leveled, so he's only level 17. He's just been running. He's like the only one dying in these team fights for Navi for the most part. And
oh, well, speaking of that, he's by himself. He's gonna be found. Yep. Does he have a buyback? Andisk proc? There's no one nearby, and Secret realizes like, oh, this is a free kill.
Well, luckily he's only level 17, so it's 50 seconds. He has the buyback as well, but as long as Navi just keeps these lanes pushed in, and luckily they do take the racks, obviously, middle and top, so they're naturally pushed in, and Secret can't really get anything off of this.
Just wondering, Gyrocopter, we haven't talked a lot about his items. We've seen it a couple times. Obviously, he's had a Satanic for a little bit. He is trying to now build into that Mjolnir, so upgrading the Maelstrom.
He has done the quick buy, but I think he might be going Butterfly, even though they do have MKBs. It is a lot of damage. Maybe not against the MKBs, though. We'll see. He might just save till 7K and be like, which one do I want? Save buyback plus one item.
And again, I know that buyback change. Hold that thought, though. This could be a big fight breaking out right here. But we are getting to the point of the game with the cores especially. That's where that buyback change is hurting them as far as the amount of gold that you need. Yeah. Definitely. So it's 3,000 plus in some cases. You make sure you have. So no interaction there. They kind of just watch after each other, but not finding the initiation. But again, Navi's working with everything from Roshan, the Refresher Shard, the Cheese. I guess level 25s. Dendi is level 25 now. I know Gyro was also pretty close, so maybe those are some keys. Is there a big item that's still coming out, perhaps?
Doesn't really look like it. The Refresher Shard on Doom is good enough, and it looks like they might want to just go for it again. They might slowly do it this time instead of just, hey, I'm Gyro, I'm just going to run at the hill, and, oh, well, there's an Echo Slam, I'm dead. We'll see. Looks like they're just, I mean, they're going to play around bottom, obviously. You just don't know how hard they're going to commit.
Yeah, sirs. He's scouting. He's got that Shadow Amulet.
Double damage on Lina. You definitely don't want to take this fight right now if you're the Radiant. You can wait till that goes at least. And yeah, I think this game's just going to slow down because obviously Secret, they win one team fight. I think they just, whoever wins this next team fight, it feels like obviously they're going to get megas if Navi wins the team fight. But if Secret wins it, this Lina and CK can destroy your base just as quick.
Shadow Demon is pretty good at split pushing.
Whoa, is he? He's going to find him. No.
LeBron?
Oh, the path thing. I think he right-clicked like at the very back of the trees. That's what happened, and then it pulled him back, and he wasn't on his own hero right there. That would have been a pretty nice pickup. Yeah, my bad. It's okay, LeBron. We've all had pathing problems in Dota one time or another.
It definitely happens, and you know, as a spectator, it's hard to we have that live vision and everything, but
he does not.
Yeah, he doesn't. So even I'm sure would say it was a bit of a misplay, but at the same time, it happens.
3 homing missile charges. All right.
What did I notice? Oh yeah, 3 homing. But also Gyrocopter. Speaking of him, he was actually going an Aeon disc, by the way.
Okay.
We saw the.
I think it's smart. I mean, a lot of people are saying in the super late game, you just get 5 Aeon discs on your team, and the initial burst is just gone.
Okay. He finished
like Shadow Demon has one as well.
That's true. Yeah, he's had that for a little bit.
Everyone just had.
On disc late game, might as well, right? So It does take up that inventory slot, but if it means the difference between you actually living in that upfront burst and not, then of course it's going to be a good investment.
And we'll see if there's, because nullifiers after the Aeon Disc is procced, you can nullify it off after. So if you do it like immediately, we'll see if people want to pick it up, but it's going to be tough.
All right.
Siege units.
He doesn't have it yet.
They're just putting all their creeps on it.
He does have an Aegis, though. You're right, though. They're just trying to go all out on that Rax from a distance toward the flat cannon. Mid one's low. Wow, he gets very low there. BKB popping crystallized ACs in no man's land. He does not want to be here. The Fiend's blocking it down.
Doom.
They cannot stop it. The Doom, Alba Titan, Kuda ravages it all. He buys back immediately, but they're going to kill Ace, and he's dead for 90 seconds. No buyback, Lil. He's just dropped it up in the backlands. He has another Doom for Tidehunter. There's the refresher right there. They kill the Rex. The Mega Creeps are coming out, and Tidehunter's like, are you freaking kidding me? I can't even play my damn hero this game. Doom, Yule's on up. He's fine for now. Denny from a distance, just spamming the rockets and the lasers and everything else. They finally finish off Doom. Mid one, remember, this would be a dieback if he goes down. He BKBs, though, and he's going to Hurricane Pack the Bane. Over the Nightmare will keep himself alive a little bit longer. Be a distraction, but the creeps, meanwhile, they're beating out the tier. How is the Bronze still alive? Are you kidding me? Double kill for mid one. Finally coming out, but the tier 4 towers, they're taking so much damage. Multiple buybacks. Actually, Bane buys back. Navi's trying to finish it right here, right now.
Yeah, they know. They know. CK would have bought back right now if he had it, and I think they know he doesn't have it because of that, and they're just going to go all in. I like it.
Might as well. What can they do? They still have Ravage. They still have Echo Slam, so there is that, but the pipe coming out. Navi trying to make it a 2-1. Yapster, last stand right here. Goes for the initiation on it, Denny. There's the follow with the Ravage. They will kill the Tinker. The Ancient actually still has above half-life currently. Buyback from Tinker, though. They use their up front. They kill Lena. She's staying dead. Fata, all that it can do is run at them and Anchor Smash. That should do it. Navi is going to take out Secret 2-1 here in the group stages.
What a perfectly played game. Well, I mean, besides that one fight bottom, but almost perfectly played by Navi. That was just look at that. Look at the habit. That's what I like to see.
I want to see the shrug. I want to see the shrug one more time.
There ain't no shrug. You look at. Remember when he was doing his high fives earlier? His hands were down. He is all the way up for Little on those.
They gotta feel good about that one.
Man, what a play! Little. He ended the game level 18 or 19 that late into the game, but he got the perfect dooms off every single time. Every single time, which was Tidehunter and then Lena that one Roche fight. What a perfect play. And like you said, the refresher shard at the very end, so he double doomed the Tide, and the Tide couldn't do anything. He didn't even cast Ravage in that last fight. He was trying to right there, and he just couldn't. Yeah. You know what? Now people can officially say Navi is back. They didn't win the one game, as Paul said. They won 2 games, and guess what? In a best of 3, you only need 2.
According to Paul, I guess that's a possibility. You can maybe say that it's a group stages, but beating Secret is a big accomplishment. And people will talk about game 1, how Secret maybe whatever with the draft, but this was all Navi right here, very deserving. They take it 2-1. I'm curious now what our panel has to say about that one.
Yes, indeed. Navi are back. I don't know if that's still a meme or not, but it's a great win, and nevertheless for them, a 2-1 victory over Team Secret, regardless of when it happens, is a legit result. I'm sure our panel agree after their first victory against Secret since DAC 2017. 14 months ago. It's taken Navi 14 months to win a best of 3.
Oracle knew it was happening.
Picked it out by kind of some sort of weird default thanks to you two.
I couldn't have done it without
anti-panel analysis.
We played our part, Kat.
You're 0-5 today, Kat. Congrats. You shouldn't be on the panel.
Didn't we have...
No, that qualifies to be on the panel. That is the staple. That's the bar that's been set.
Didn't we go to 3 games for the second series as well?
Yeah, I don't know.
0-6?
Yeah,